Howdy, folks. Welcome to episode 420. I mean the other funny number and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and here turn off the brakes. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna get the whatchamacallits done. So I think I need to stick them onto a track. I think I need to stick those onto one of these tracks so I can pull up behind them. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna get the logs, not the logs, the pipes. Oh, nope. This is a problem. These weren't here. These were not here when I left them. Like, I did not leave them like that. It's totally not how I left them. All right. That's messed up. All right, we're going to go back. And let's flip this switch so we can go this way. We're going to come back here and go on this track and come up, I guess. That's the plan now. Well, at least I didn't slam into him this time, right? I haven't broken anything yet this episode. Okay. We're going to go like this. And we'll hit the brakes here in a second. There we go. Alright. So, let's go this way. Now we should be good. We are good on fuel. I should stop and put more fuel in that thing just so that when we get back to it, it's not cold. Because you know that's going to happen. Right? See, actually, it's a good idea to do this because then we've checked these out and made sure that they are safe to run an engine down, you know, a bunch of cars and stuff like that down. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to do things with that. That's gonna be a problem. When we go over that switch, it's gonna be a problem because it's gonna change that switch and it's gonna yeet those cars, I'll bet. Okay. So, we want to flip this switch and we want to go back to here. And we'll stop just before we get there. There we go. All right. And then we want to... I should have changed the reverser before I got out because I'm going to forget one of these times when I go in. All right. Take the brakes off. These are on flat ground, so I know I didn't put two brakes on. All right. Let's go forward. Whoops. So we'll bring these back here. Yeah, actually that'll work. We'll be able to do this. Okay. We'll be able to do this fine. So we want to be past... We want to come onto this track with those. So we just need to be past this switch here. This one here. Alright. So that's going to go there and then there. Yep, we're good. Okay, reverser. It's interesting that you can hear the thing, but not the bell. There we go. That bell's really terrible. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we weren't turning that way. Alright. I just need to... Yep, I just need to get those out of the fall. That's it. There we go. Alright. I should have hit the thingy. The whistle. Alright. Let's go like this again so that we don't have that. Alright. And then we need to go forward. Yep, good. Okay. And we just need to get past this switch here. Alright, so we need to flip this one, and we need to push these back a little bit first, so we can get past them. I know, it's been an issue. I'm trying to get past it. Wah, wah. Carlos. All right. What was that, Magic School Bus? And Carlos had all the bad jokes. Okay. I totally got my elementary school kids today with one of those, with a really bad joke. Let's see. So I told them, I go, did you hear about the kidnapping at the school? They're like, their eyes all got huge and everything. They go, yeah, teacher had to wake them up. And then they spent the next 5 minutes, the big kids had to explain it. The kids, it wasn't even necessarily big or small, but it was like half the kids got it and the other half didn't, which just made it funnier. So they spent like the next 5 minutes, you know, explaining it to each other. No, it was a kid that was napping. Oh man, that was hilarious. Okay, anyway, we get our... It's so much fun. Well, you got the older kids that are like trying not to be, you know, they're like, I'm going to be mature and not laugh. And so you tell them really dumb jokes like that, and they just like, they give you that look. Which, they don't realize that just made it 1,000 times funnier. I mean, the joke itself isn't really that funny. It's just them doing that makes it hilarious. Right? Okay. That response definitely makes it hilarious. Okay, there we go. I can't believe you just did that. You just said that. Did we get the right... Yeah, we're on the right track. No pun intended that time. We're on the right track. Let's go do this. Slow down. A little bit more. There we go. 5 miles an hour. We can do 5. Bonk. There we go. All right. And then we need to turn off the brakes on that one too, don't we? Because I turned the brakes on. Yep. Okay. I should have left the brakes off. It wouldn't have gone anywhere bad, even if it rolled. There we go. Oh, you know what? Before we forget, let's go do this. Where's the other engine? Let's go load this one up with some coal so that we don't forget. See, we're not completely empty. Good. See, we got the funny number again. Okay. It's not just the episode. All right. Let's do... And I didn't even plan that. For once. As if I plan everything else. Everything else that happens is always on purpose. You guys believe me, right? Anyway. So somebody left a comment on the last video saying that I should stream on Twitch. And... you know, sorry if you are a real person and you actually left that comment, but it just read like an AI, and I've had people comment on my posts or comments and stuff saying that I sounded like an AI too, so, you know, I get it. But it totally does. It just reads, I don't know, and it's funny because you never can say exactly why. It's not like they used M dashes or something, but I don't know, there's just something about it. It's the type of positivity, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but whatever it is. Anyway, no, I don't. I did streaming. Those of you who've been around forever, I streamed on Twitch before with Empyrean long ago, probably almost 10 years ago. I didn't like streaming. I did streams. I did like some collabs with other people and stuff too, and I've just never enjoyed streaming. And I think it's probably for the same reason I hate using phones. I hate phone calls. because, well, I know with the stream, I feel stuck. You know, I can't just stop and walk away. I have to, like, at best, I can, like, make up an excuse and then walk away or whatever it is, you know. But I can't just, like, I'm done. I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm done. Bye. You know. It's like you have to do the whole, that stupid small talk thing. It's like small talk, too, where you can't just say what you mean, you know. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I do this for fun. I'm not going to do something that's not fun as a part of doing what I'm doing for fun. So, but anyway, that's my response to the idea of streaming. It's not for me. And I don't do voice chat either. I hate voice chat for the same reason. Like, if you're doing text chat, you can read it whenever. If you're doing voice chat or a phone call or whatever, you have to stop everything you're doing. Your entire universe has to freeze. You can't do anything. Your thoughts, all of your thoughts are controlled by the other person is talking. You have to listen. You have to listen now at the time that they're talking and figure out what they mean. Yeah, no. No. No phone calls, no voice chat, no streaming for me. It's not that those things are inherently bad. It's just that they're inherently suck for me. So, but anyway. Cool. We got all our pipes. That was way quicker, see, because we didn't have to do all the shunting and stuff like that. So we can put this back on the siding where we came from. And then, should we bring these cars back to the... I don't think we need to bring these back to the whatchamacallit, because they're probably closer. We'll look on the map here in a second. But I think... I don't need to do anything else while we're looking on the map. Yeah, see, this is really close to the... This is way closer to the sawmill. So there's no reason not to just leave them here. And then the other ones are just right there. Yeah, I think they're closer there than they are. Yeah, we'll just leave them here. That's fine. So we'll leave these on the siding. Let's make sure we can, yeah, make sure we get them out of the fall this time. All right, cool. But anyway, all right. So I'm sure that person unsubscribed, rage quit, whatever. Because I don't like streaming, and you know, and I said they sound like AI. I don't know. It's really hard with that internet theory, because there's like, I don't want to err on either side. I don't want to err on the side of caution or non-caution. I don't want to err on the side of rewarding AI comments. So yeah, if that person is watching this episode, I mean, if they were watching past episodes and they actually their comment was genuine and they like the way I do stuff, then they're probably still here watching. So, and the AI that's just making bot comments wouldn't be part of this conversation. So yeah, if you leave another comment telling me, oh no, that's really me, then I'll know. See? But anyway. Because you know that's going to happen soon too, where they're just going to they're going to have bots that do all the things to be more and more convincing to people. But anyway, no, it's annoying, that internet. It's not a theory anymore, it's a reality, you know? And there's only certain... There's certain comments that are you can tell they're very context specific to the video and something the person said in the video and that kind of thing. But when they're really generic, it's like, you know, you could put that comment on any video of any Let's Play channel. You know? Does that make sense? So I think that's probably what makes it sus. I hate that word. But that's probably what makes it seem, you know, that way. There's nothing specific to to me or to my channel or to anything I said or did, or it's just, you know, like I said, you post it on, pick a channel that does gaming and you post that on it, and it's, you know, applicable, right? Because even if they already do stream on Twitch, then the person be like, no, I stream on Twitch. You know, that's a, oh, I just didn't know. You know what I mean? It's possible for somebody to not know that you Twitch on stream. That's a completely different ball game. That you stream on Twitch. Whatever. Okay. Maybe I should talk about something else instead of trying to monologue on this. All right. So we need to go forward and then back in to the oil thing. So we're gonna go forward here, and then we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go like that, and we're gonna back in. All right. That's how we're gonna do that. See, now we got the box cars that are all isolated by themselves too. So I don't know, maybe that's gonna be a problem. And I think, I don't remember, do we have enough? I don't know if we can, well, we'll just try. I don't know if the tracks that go beside this are long enough for us to do all 20 in one thing. I don't think the track that goes past this piece of track right back here, I don't think this segment is long enough. No, that's not what she said. Okay. Let's see. We'll see. Let's see how this looks. Alright, so we're going to come up to this switch here. Yeah, this is where we need to be. There's this one right here. So we'll let it straighten out a little bit here. Alright, we're good. This thing has some serious brake power. That the engine can do that by itself. The engine can stop all 20 of those cars like that. That's pretty impressive, I must say. What am I, Ed Grimley? Whoops. Wrong way. Let's see if we can reverse crack the whip. Uncrack the whip. Alright. So we're going to go this way. We're going to come into... I missed the turn here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to come into this side first. Yeah, because then we can do this. Yep. That's the way we're going to do it. Okay. We go like this. And we'll start slowing down here in a little bit. Or now. One or the other. Because this is a little closer than I expected. Let's get this thing in tension. It's intentional? Yeah. There we go. We want this thing in tension for this. It's a good thing I didn't want to go on the other side, because I would have flipped it to that switch and would have totally screwed that up. But yeah, we're just going to let this coast. And then, I don't know if we should fill it up from the back end first. No, we'll fill it up from the front end first, I think. So we'll back this all the way up and see how far we can get to the back. Let's see what happens. And I think I did mention that, yeah, those things are broken. To auto-load on them anyway. It's too bad. I think the ROX, the mod that used to work, it doesn't work anymore. Because when they came out with the final version or whatever, it broke. They broke it in a way that the devs were just done. I don't remember if they just decided they were done or if it was unfixable or whatever. But either way, it doesn't work anymore. Because I think they had auto-loading on that. Pretty sure they had auto-loading. think we will have room here. Yeah, we're going to have room here. Okay. That works too. Because we're right there. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. Let's check out... Whoops. Yeah, that looks like we can do that. Okay, so let's jump out. And go up here. We're going to bring this over. I really wish there was a different way to do this other than the mouse. It's just such a weird... It's such a weird way to do it. You know, if you grabbed it and you move the mouse left and right, and it actually goes left and right as much as you moved the mouse. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just go like this with it instead of waiting 10 minutes for it to come out. That would be really nice. There. That's what I was trying to do. We're going to do this. And then we're going to go up here. And I want to do 235. Let's see if it went in. Did it go in? Did it load? 1 of 12. Yeah, okay, it's loading. All right. So let's see if we can reach this in such a way. There. I want to reach this in a way that I can see the numbers changing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got there. 9. Okay, so we need 3 more. 10, 11, 12. Is that 12? Yeah, that's 12. Okay. See if this one will fit too. I mean, the upside of this is that we're going to end up doing 2 of them before we move the train. Because we were just doing 1. Is it there? I can't tell. No depth on there. There we go. Okay. So let's try this. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So we're at 223. Yeah, this is going to be hard. 1. Shut up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see what we got. 10 of 12. Okay, 2 more. 12, 11. There we are. All right. See, I should make like a mouse macro that does that. It moves it and then... There we go. Okay, so we're going to come up... Whoops. 2 car lengths. 2 car lengths. We go forward just a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely an easier way to do this. As far as like just leaving them all on one side and not having to do the thing. Okay, so we want it so that this one is just barely on there. Okay. And then the other one will be... It'd be kind of cool if you could make them, you make a little sight glass in them. You know? I should have done this on the other side because then I could work this valve while seeing that. Right? What I'm going to do though is I'm going to work the other valve. Now that I know where I need to park it, then I can do both at the same time. I'm just going to work the other valve. So we'll get this to come up centered. There we go. And then that one. Yeah, that'll still work. Okay. So we just go like this. And then we come up here. We're going to turn off this valve. And then we're going to fix this. There we go. So these are both centered? Yeah, so when they're centered, they're centered. Okay, we're going to turn this valve on. And this valve on. And then when we turn the master valve on, then both of them will go at the same time. And then we just need to do 24. So 211. Where's our... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yep, 87. All right. All right, cool. Let's do this. And we're going to go there. This one needs to come up. And I think we're going to have to, I'm not going to be able to get all these loaded in this episode anyway. So I think I'm going to have to add more, because we started at 235 and we're going to take 240 out of here. We'll start breaking here in a second. There we go. Perfect. All right. Cool. Let's jump out. So 7. That's going to be a 3. All right. 163. The anti-aliasing on the number does not help. Right? 7, 5, 3. Okay, cool. We're good. Let's make sure we got 12. Yep. And 12. Awesome. We'll get back in here. There. Give it a little bit more juice. And then we want to break enough to... I like that. You go a little faster than you want to. That way you can break and compress everything before you get there. So that way when you do stop, you're not recompressing, and then it takes up all that extra space. So we do this, right, to get them to compress. There. See? Beautiful. And is that one? Yep, they're both set. Awesome. Like this. It keeps jumping me up. Alright, so 63 is going to be 143, 139. 139. There we go. Okay. So we have 12. Yep, we have 12 and 12. Awesome. All right. Well, that's going to be it for episode, because we're in the dark here anyway. That's going to be it for episode 69. Join me in episode 70. We'll get the rest of these loaded up. We'll get the rest of that moved off, and we should have a zillion oil barrels waiting for us at the other end. So yeah, join me join me in episode 70, and we'll see you then, and enjoy this outro. Later.